All right, YouTube, big Yu-Gi-Oh news. Supposedly, the next biggest tier 1 archetype, which means it's just the best archetype like ever in Yu-Gi-Oh, is going to be Purrely, which is, it's kind of cute. I have it pulled up over here. The real reason I'm talking about this is because I've been seeing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Maybe you have as well recently. People are just talking about this deck. They're saying it's tier 1. They're saying it's so good, like it's the best deck. Let me show a clip of this guy's gameplay. On the opponent's draw phase, he's going to draw a bunch of cards. I don't know entirely why. I haven't read any of the cards, but look at that. That's insane. Look at that free advantage. So what I thought I'd do in this video is I thought I'd just pull up all the Purrely cards. This is Project Ignis. It's just a program where you can have every Yu-Gi-Oh card for free. I don't really know what they do, so I'm going to be reading it with you guys and giving you my opinion on this card, this deck, or whatever, however it works. So Purrely, the star of the deck, is okay. I don't really know why it's so good, but essentially it's just normal or special. You can even special it with 1-for-1. It's a spell card. You can look for your deck for a Purrely card if it's on the top 3. That's an okay effect. It only really works if you have a bunch of Purrely cards in your deck. And because if you don't run a bunch of Purrely cards and you just run this and you try to hope to hit your top 3, the chances are really low. So I kind of like that. You need to run a bunch of these cards. Hopefully they're good. And you can also use it to instantly go into an XYZ. I haven't looked at the XYZs yet, so I don't know how good that is. And I also don't know how good the quick play spells are. And this is a new one. This is the one that's making everybody freak out. It's called Purrely Lily. Kind of cute. It's dark this time. Normal or special, you can add a Purrely card from your deck to your hand. Except quick play, you can target one quick play in your graveyard. Special summon XYZ that mentions it from your extra deck by using his face up. If you do, attach that target. It's a little bit of a better effect because it's not excavating the top 3. It's just, you're just adding straight up. Also, you can use resources from your graveyard rather than your hand, which is like a lot better. So I could see why people are freaking out about this. But I mean, that doesn't sound that good. You make an XYZ, so what? Apply this effect. You can discard one card. If you do, special summon one level front. Oh my god, it's just a quick play 1-for-1. That's amazing. Okay, that's really good. But there's only 2 targets in the deck, so it can't be that good, right? Once applied, the next battle or effect damage you take this turn becomes 0. Okay. Wait, that you take. Wait, so it's just a plus effect. That's kind of good. A Purrely XYZ that has this card as a material. Once returned during your opponent's standby phase, you can draw 1 card. Okay, so I can see where the drawing effects come from. Choose 1 monster in the field. Until the end of the next turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Okay, that's just a really good effect. After choosing a card, you can apply the following effects. Discard 1 card, you can special summon. Oh my gosh, it's another 1-for-1. A Purrely XYZ that has this card as material gains 300 attack and defense for each material. Oh, so it gets big. Okay, that's a cool card. It's not the best one. I'd probably only run like maybe 2. The problem is it's special summons from the deck, but only after targeted monsters. So maybe I'd keep this at 1 or 2. Definitely the memory card is going to be at 3, but yeah, this one, it's good, but it's not, it's a little weaker. Let's see. Purrely Pretty Memory. Quick play. Each player gains 1,000 life points and you can apply the following effect. Discard 1 card if you do. Okay, that's a very good one. So this one's a little better. You don't need to control a monster like Delicious Memory. Once per turn, you can send 1 other card you control to the graveyard, target 1 card your opponent controls, attach it to... What the... That's an insanely powerful effect. That is a really powerful effect. That is scary. Okay, I can see how this deck is strong. That is a crazy effect. Purrely Happy Memory. Choose 1 card on the field until the end of the next turn. The first time it would be destroyed by card effects. It is not destroyed. Okay. After choosing a card, you can apply the following effects. Discard 1 card if you do. Special summon. All of them have that. That's so good. This card can attack monsters number of times battle phase up to the number of Purrely Memory. Oh, so up to the number of cards is +1. So even if 1 copy is attached to the XYZ, it can attack twice. It's very good, but you still need to have a target on the field. If you don't have a target on the field, it's a dead card. So I'm not entirely sure how useful it's going to be, but it's definitely a 1 or 2 of. A Friend Purrely, it's a continuous spell, so you can actually target it with Happy Memory. That's pretty good. Pay 500 life points, reveal 3 Purrely cards, add 1 to your hand. Oh, your opponent picks it. Oh, okay. That's still a powerful effect. Use it every turn. A face-up Purrely XYZ would leave the field because of an opponent's card, even during damage step. Okay, so even by battle. You can add up to 3 Purrely quick plays from your graveyard. No, I can see how this deck is little bunkers. You can add a cannot be destroyed by card effect. You can add a cannot be destroyed by battle. And then you can add a fucking take your opponent's card and attach it. Oh my, that's a lot. That's a lot of versatility. That's a crazy. Okay, what next one? Stray Purrely Street. Field spell. Your opponent cannot target purely monsters with card effects. The turn they are special summoned. It's good, but it's not super good. I like that. Balanced. Once per turn, if a face-up purely XYZ you control leaves the field because of an opponent's card, special summon one level 1 purely monster from your deck or graveyard. So you can like reoccur your resources from your graveyard. Once per turn, during the end phase, you can target one purely monster on the field, attach one quick play from your deck or if you have 3 of these attached, the sleepy memory to one monster, do you just draw 3 cards during their standby phase? That doesn't seem right. It's not a once per turn, right? It isn't. Okay, that's okay, we're getting a little nutty here. Purely leap. Wow. Target one purely XYZ. You control special summon from your extra deck one purely XYZ with a different rank. Okay, by using that monster's material, but return it to the extra deck during the end phase of the next turn. That's not too good. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target up to 3 purely monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck. That's it. Okay, the trap's not that good. Target one purely XYZ. You control special summon one level 1 purely from your deck, but negate its effects. And if you do special summon from your extra deck one purely. Oh, so it's an immediate XYZ. Attached to the XYZ, summon one material, one card from your deck with the same name as attached to the targeted monster. I don't really get this card's last effect, where you can attach a card from your deck to the monster that you summoned, but isn't the monster that you summoned only have a level 1 monster as material? I don't completely understand that. Maybe you're supposed to like attach the other materials to it quickly? It doesn't make sense to me. Regardless, that is still a cool effect, right? Because imagine if you have the one where you draw and you activate the trap. Well, now you just have 2 of the ones that you draw. So like 2 draws. But everything here resolves around XYZs. So let's see how good the XYZs are. X purely happiness. That's a cool picture. 2 level 7s. Also, you can XYZ using a rank 2 monster you control with 5 or more materials. Oh, that's a big one. During your main phase, you can detach 1 material from this card. If you do, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls till the end of this turn. Yeah, that's an okay effect. It's not the best effect. I've seen a lot of monsters have that effect. It's not a quick play either, so you can't really use it during your opponents to like try to trick or like bait them into something. It's an effect. It's been around the game for a very long time. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation if a card has a level 1 purely as material. I mean, it's an okay effect. It's not a good effect. It's not crazy. It's just whatever. When an attack is declared involving this card that has 5 or more materials, inflict 1,500 damage to your opponent. That's not impressive. This card sucks. X Purrely Nor. You can also XYZs using, okay, the same thing. This card's unaffected by the opponent's activated effects while it has 5 or more materials. Incredibly powerful card, but it has low attack, so it's not that good. You can attach 2 materials from this card, then target 1 card your opponent controls or in a graveyard placed on the bottom of the deck. Is that a quick play? This is a quick effect. If it has, okay, that's a good card. That's a card I would make. Because now you have a disruptor in your opponent's turn that also can be just invulnerable. So that's kind of powerful. So this is the low level ones. E Purrely Happiness. 2 level 2 monsters. Okay, so you can run in Sprite. At the end of the damage step, if this card battled, you can add 1 Purrely card from your deck to your hand. Also, if this card has Purrely Happy Memory as material, you can half the attack of 1 face-up monster on the field. Up to thrice per turn, so 3 times, when you activate a Purrely quick play spell card quick effect, you can attach that card on the field to this card as material, then you can return 1. Oh, that's good. And the attack stat's good. Oh, that is just a genuinely good card. Wow, up to 3 times per turn too. This card can get big and you can immediately go into Nor, like quick. I like that. E Purrely Beauty. Wow. 2 level 2 monsters. Once per turn, you can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls and get its effects. Boring. This is a quick effect. Oh my god, it's a quick effect. Oh, that's good. That just went from bad to really good. Up to thrice per turn, when you activate a purely quick, okay, and then you can attach it, right? And you can change the battle position of a monster your opponent controls. It's not as good as the bouncing a spell to the hand, which that's just a powerful effect. It's shifting the battle position, which is for a monster negate during your opponent's turn. That's really good. So I can see why it's threatening. What else? E Purrely Nor. This is a new one. 2 level 2 monsters. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card to target 1 card your opponent controls, or up to 2 instead if you have Sleepy Memory as a material. Return them to the hand. That's good. I mean, it's 2 bounces, no? It's 1 or 2 bounces. Up to 3 times per turn, you can attach the spell whenever you activate it, and you can set 1 Purrely trap directly from your deck. The only trap you're going to want to set is Purrely Sharely, but you don't necessarily need to run this card. And especially the Leap card. I think this card's garbage. I wouldn't run it. But yeah, Sharely it's okay. It's not the worst, it's okay. Interesting. Interesting card. I don't like that it looks for a trap, and the traps aren't really good, and they don't really have synergy. The best thing to have synergy are the quick play spells. So, I mean, it's cool. I maybe run it as a 1 or 2 as an option, but I'm definitely, at least I don't think I would run multiple of the trap. I'd probably put just 1 in, just for this 1 card. That's about it. What else? Purrely Plump. Actually, you could probably look for 3 of the traps, no? Because it's twice per turn. Well, maybe. You can run 3 of this, and then you have the possibility of actually searching out all 3, which is just a lot of advantage. Purrely Plump. Okay, once per turn, you can target up to 2 spell or traps in the graveyards, attach them to this card as material. That card can be abused in so many strategies. Just the fact that you can grab spells out of your graveyard, and then if the spell has an effect like, oh, if this card's sent to the graveyard, you can do this. You can just re-trigger it. You can use this in different archetypes, in different decks, as long as the spell has an effect where it's like, oh, it does something when it's sent to the graveyard. Incredible effect. This is a quick effect if this card has Purrely Delicious Memory as a material. Up to 3 times per turn when you activate a Purrely spell, you can attach that card and then you can banish 1 monster on the field until the end phase. Until the end phase, so it's kind of like a Farfa. It's strong. Yeah, I can see how this deck is people were saying like it's the strongest deck of all time. It's amazing because you essentially have 4 spells. No, you have more like 5, no? It's like 6. You have so many spells that special summon 1 or 2 monsters from the deck. Like, damn. That's kind of incredible. But do I really think this is the best deck? Not really. No. The deck has a lot of ways to special summon and to get advantage. Like a lot of advantage, especially if you're drawing 3 during the standby phase using sleep memory. That's kind of nutty. I don't know if it has extreme kill potential. It does have a little bit of removal, but I feel like your opponent can like play around that. It's interesting. It's an interesting new archetype. I can see why there's a lot of crave about it. The cards are really cool. Yeah, that's just my thoughts on the deck. I think the deck's really cool, but I don't think it's like the end-all be-all. It is a good deck, but I think there's still some counterplay around it. Regardless, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. Besides that, I hope you have a great day or night, and maybe I'll catch you next time. Later.